Hello, Wonky. If you don't realise, I tend to use the base of that picture as kind of lining up, and you can probably tell it's not. So I had it looking okay, and then it went wonky again because this I haven't worked out how it actually works yet, but there's two front cameras, so when I'm setting up the camera, I guess the still camera is one lens, and then it flips to the other one, so the framing that I set up shifts. So let me just there we go, it's a bit better. Anyway, a little bit of technical nonsense out of the way. How are you all? You well, I hope? Enjoying your Saturday? So had a bit of a thing because like last night we kind of got into a bit of an argument because he's like, "Oh, I'm going to Cambridge and you're coming with me." And when I was doing yours the other day, I said I didn't really want to because I've got a lot of money. You were accepting that, and now you're like, you're not accepting that. And like, back and forth, back and forth. So like, fine, I'll go with you to Cambridge. It doesn't sound like a terrible thing. She should spend the morning doing something together. It was Fitzwilliam, which is like kind of like a mini. He's describing it as like a mini British Museum. I like the British Museum. I think this is more focused on like a specific area of anthropology. Anyway, he calls me about an hour or so after he's at work, and he's like, "Alright, maybe I was a bit rude and maybe I'm kind of forcing you." And I was like, no, it's fine. I've agreed to, go. I've got it in my head that we're going to do this. And he's like, "Oh," and he admitted he wanted to actually go see something else in London. And with Cambridge, it's only £5 a ticket, but with London, it's obviously a little bit more because you got the travel card. And he was offering to pay. So basically, for both of us to go to Cambridge is the same for one person to go to London because he's got a travel card. And so that was like kind of a bit back and forth. So anyway, I said, "Look, we've said we'll do this. It doesn't sound like a completely terrible idea. We might as well." So I set my alarm. I'd made a point of getting up. And he's like, "Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm this. I don't know if I want to do it." And I was like, "Well..." And he did reiterate that, that's why he called up to apologise. Now, he didn't actually say, "I'm sorry," but he did... I realised that in his words there was an apology. And I said, "Look, the main reason I kind of got annoyed with you was because the first time you asked, I'd said, look, no for this reason, and you'd accepted that, and then the second time you asked and I said no again, you went off on a rant." And he admitted that he was wrong and that the first statement should stay and that he shouldn't have been ranty at me. So, short version, he decided that he didn't want to go to Cambridge in the end. Eventually went to London instead. But I'd got up at 7:30, went back to bed. Because since I was up, I thought, well, I might as well sort out some laundry, get the machine going, and then when I get up again, the laundry will be ready. And so I kind of woke myself up a little bit. And to shorten it up a lot, had I not gotten up at 7:30, I probably would have ultimately got up about 10:30. As it was, I got up about 12:30, which meant most of the morning was gone. The morning was gone. So yeah, kind of outside of having done the laundry, because I did sort out the laundry, today's been kind of non-productive and I've still been kind of tired. I need to catch up with myself. So tomorrow I'm having a lie-in. So yeah, that's been my morning. And then I ended up watching on accident, because there's a persistent rumour that Chris Chibnall is leaving Doctor Who as showrunner after season 12. We're currently on season 11. And that Jodie Whittaker is apparently going to leave with him. And I have mixed feels about that. I like this series of Doctor Who so far. Not every show has been brilliant. Not every episode has been brilliant. but there's been none that I thought, my God, that was a pile of wank. There's been no single episode that I can think of in my hand in this current run. There are a couple of earlier episodes like Fear Her. Ooh, that's not a good episode. Just as an example, that is like, whoa, that's not a good one. Whereas so far, they're not all golden. Of course, they can't be all golden, but there's been none that I've been like that I would rank the same level or lower as Fear Her, for example. I'd still put them significantly higher to this episode. And that's quite good. Some people have said like the writing hasn't been better and hasn't been the best. And I can agree certainly to the character of Yaz. She's been... sorry, I just got a notification. That she's... has been underdeveloped, and then there was a thing that I didn't read the article, but basically it was a kind of headline of saying like, this series 11 was kind of written with a male actor in mind, that it would be whoever was cast, it would be presumably a male actor. So I can agree with some points that perhaps Jodie hasn't been best served with these scripts, and that maybe under a different showrunner, a different head writer, that she'd have a chance to really sparkle. I don't actually have a problem with her performance. I think she's been doing very well. The only other thing I've seen her in is that I'm aware of is the first season of Broadchurch, and as I remember, she was good in that. So I don't think she's a bad actress. And as I said on the reviews, I do think that Graham, Bradley Walsh especially, and the character of Ryan are very interesting and very well done. And again, Yaz has been not as well developed. So I think if Chibbers wants to leave, that's up to him. But I do think that Jodie should allow herself another season, another series under a different writer, and see what would happen. Now, I can't tell her that, and it's been, like I said, it's still in rumour territory. But I've been a lot of people going, and I've clicked on videos thinking, maybe this person has an interesting perspective. And they've all been like, there you go. See, there's JW, Boas, woke and all this stuff. And one female commenter is being like, because woman's is bad. And she wasn't like saying, you can have a different actress doing it, and that's fine. But, so it's like, why am I watching these right-leaning videos? And both the ones that I watched that were kind of, haha, good riddance, I told you this would fail. The ratings have, there's been a slight drop in ratings week to week, but you know what, they're still good. And the higher, when you add the whole 7-day ratings, it's still good. Hell, even some of their lowest ratings so far on the overnights has still been better than some of Capaldi's episodes. And again, I think he was poorly served by the writing as well. So yeah, it's I don't know. I just think if it's true, then okay, maybe it's a bit of a shame. But if Chibbers does decide to leave, then fair enough. I hope he finds work elsewhere, and he's that better suits his talents. Because his previous episodes on, before he was showrunner, have not been the highest rated, and I sort of, when I see them on the list, I was like, that was him. Oh, okay, that wasn't a favourite of mine either. And I will say to that my favourite episodes so far have been the ones where he hasn't been the primary writer, like Rosa, Kablam, Demons of the Punjab. I did like the Saranga episode. I keep forgetting. Conundrum. Saranga Conundrum. I did like that, but mostly because I thought the Pating was really cute. This has been a lot of preamble. Hopefully the question is going to be a short one. Yeah, sorry, this is kind of going into a different direction. I didn't mean to go into this side rant. So my thoughts on it, if it is true, that if Chibbers wants to leave because apparently he's not happy with the thing and he didn't want to take the job in the first place, which is, why did you take it? Then, okay. If Jodie Whittaker wants to leave with him, then I do agree with the point that it looks kind of bad on her that she can only work with her, you know, her Bezzy, her favourite writer, and I think that's, as a working actress, you know, who is only 36, has still got a lot of career ahead of her. That's not necessarily good. Again, I can agree with that point, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what other work she's done, who else she's worked with. But I think she'd be. I think I would be curious to see her Doctor under a different showrunner and head writer. I do think that would be. But again, if she wants to leave for whatever reason she wants to leave, then again, fine, go in peace and have a good life. The main thing that I want to see, regardless of if Jodie leaves after series 12 or decides to stick on for a little bit longer, is that the next Doctor is also a woman. I don't want this to be some kind of experiment and everyone's like, see, I told you it failed and all this, and throw a load of crap on top of it. No, I want the next Doctor to be female. I want them to continue down this line. I want that clock. I've said this before at the beginning. This clock of all the first 12 Doctors, excluding obviously John Hurt, I want a female equivalent. I want another, in however many years' time, however couple of decades' time, I want a clock that is full of women, that is still Doctor Who. And that's kind of what I would like. So yeah, that's, whether or not it's true, I kind of hope it isn't, because, you know, a lot of rumour happens. There's been no official source yet. So, you know, I've regardless of what it is, like a rumour about a film or something else that's, you know, maybe happening, I don't believe it until I see a trailer for it. You know, and then, you know, you can have very strong things. Okay, like I watched Steven Universe. There's a lot of things about the upcoming Steven bomb that looks really cool, but I know those are probably true because the videos on what the resources I'm getting from have proven to me to be fairly reliable. But until the episodes are broadcast, they're still up in the air. They're still vapor. But yeah, so until a thing is a thing, I take it with a grain. So anyway, after that long ramble, let's hope it's a quick question. Okay, this is a weird one, but I think quick. Sorry. If you were a colour, what colour would you be and why? I don't know. I think that to me sounds like an absolute. I don't like dealing in absolutes. I don't like dealing in black and white or, you know, even grey. Although, you know, grey's kind of in the middle, you fade into it. But I suppose I'm pink. I'm you know, I'm Caucasian and white, pinky, whatever. So actual factual. This is the colour I am. This is what you see is the colour I am. Outside that, I don't know. I mean, what was it? Old proverb? You know, you're green with envy when you're angry. You're red when you're ill. You can be sick or pale. Or you're really white. All these other examples. Yeah, you can be purple with rage as well. I think. You know, if I get bruised, I become multicolored there, and yet you call me coloured. That was an interesting little proverb. But I don't feel like a colour. This is an odd question. I don't know how to answer. I'd like to think, because I like pastels. I like rainbows. You know, if I wasn't bought this book as a present, and assuming I wasn't just seeing it on the shelf spine out, like it was presented like that, I would definitely go towards it and go, oh, that's a colourful book. What's this is all about? As I said, it was a present, so that's a moot point. So I'd like to think I'd be, you know, a lot of the thing. I'd be a spectrum. You know, maybe sometimes I would be. I have had jealousy. I've been angry on many occasions. I've tried and control that. I try and get better at it. So yeah, there's been times I've seen red. I've been passionate. It's a red colour as well, I suppose. I like I said previously, magenta's my favourite colour. Blues are always, as an aesthetic. So I'm looking at my some books over there, and they've got like a variation of blue spines, which looks quite pretty. So I think at least it'd be a gradient, not just a single color. Any color which is appropriate to the mood, but I wouldn't actually say assign myself a color, except maybe purple, because this is quite a pretty purple, and I'm really tempted to put this on my face right now, but I'm not going to, at least not on camera. But yeah, no, that's not a question, and I don't know how to answer it, so I would say, what color am I? I'm this color. This is the color I am. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening to what has mostly been a ranty video. If you have been, you're awesome, and I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!